Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Ringside Report MMA. Tonight on the show, we're previewing RDA versus Fiziev, giving you some more winning picks. Team Dave killed it last weekend. We're going to do it again this weekend. Let's go!
Let's go!
Ah! Finally, we're on. My God.
Hey!
What is that? Hey, Pitbull. It's Pitbull. Look, AJ.
Oh,
look,
man,
Fred,
no!
it's Pitbull.
No!
No?
I'll tell you who I am. Let me give you a quote. Dave, let me look at you. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. That's who it is, not Pitbull. Mind you, I love Pitbull. Respect.
Coming for you, AJ. AJ's here. He's dressed up as Pitbull, I think. I don't know who he's supposed to be.
What are you talking about,
He's
man?
Pitbull, the singer. Whoa, very cool, AJ. I like the get up. You're looking awesome tonight. Fred is looking like Fred.
Respect.
Fred is back. Fred, we missed you last
Respect
week.
the
Fred
Sonny.
wasn't on the show last week, wasn't on the watch along. And look, he's back. A married man. Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Clap it up for Freddie.
Mazel tov.
Congratulations
Freddie!
to Freddie. Thank you for inviting us to your wedding. I can't believe you had me and AJ, us two animals, present at that lovely ceremony. Thank you very much for having
Crazy,
us, and
man.
congratulations again, man. It was an awesome time. So great. And I'm
met
glad
some
that
awesome people, man.
your honeymoon was short,
met
so you're
Bruno?
back here with us. Bruno with the giant dog. Cool, Bruno.
Man, that
I like
dog
to
is a
meet all
killer,
the
dude.
guys, all of Fred's buddies. We have a lot in common,
Man, I'm telling you, Fred's wedding was hands
Enjoy
down,
nature.
man.
Yeah.
Numero uno. It was a great wedding, Freddie. I'm telling you, man, you had everything planned out. The wedding cake was amazing, man.
Everything
I
went
had,
perfect, man.
Everything went perfect, man.
I didn't get a piece of the wedding cake
Ooh.
because, we fell short on the cake, and at the end, my wife split the last piece in two, but then she dropped her piece on the ground, so I gave her mine. So I didn't have a piece, but
that's when you
very
pick it up
good.
and you put it in her face, like like they do back in the early days, putting the cake in the
yeah.
the bride's face. That shit
to
wouldn't
taste
fly
it.
today, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think she
thanks
would
to
have liked
you.
that. That doesn't seem very nice. Thank you to all the members renewing. Rolando, Derek,
Rolando!
Franco. Appreciate all the
Franco!
members. Don't forget to become a member. Join.ringsidereport.net. You can also gift memberships. Harold Schneider gifted 5 memberships out to the Ringside Report universe on Friday
The real
nights.
Godfather.
Was it Friday night or was it Saturday night? Were you
Thursday,
there, AJ?
bud. It was Saturday. It was Saturday.
It was Saturday during the watch along.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
We didn't know anything about that. We had no idea that you can actually do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it
which
caught
is
us
like
off
really
guard.
cool. I don't know who got the memberships, by the way, but whoever got them, man, please use them.
I think
Come
Franco
in.
got one. I think there may be a
Franco?
couple memberships still up for grabs, possibly,
Wow.
that haven't been claimed. I'm not sure. Angelo Contagonis is in the chat. He's a member. He's been a member since day one. Thank you, Angelo. Bonsoir, Angelo.
Cherche-moi pas, Angelo. Cherche-moi pas, see.
Did the Canadians draft a guy yet, Angelo? I know you're watching. I don't know what's happening,
Going
but
on, man.
I'm aware that
Keep
something's
us informed,
happening.
man.
What?
Listen, we could get the first pick. I think we have a possibility for the third pick. I mean, we've got a lot of great chances to pick up some great players.
They
man.
already drafted.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, well, who did they get,
Did they
man?
get
I've been busy, like,
the
preparing for
player they
show.
wanted?
Well, you want me to butcher a name? I'll go. It's Juraj
Yeah, go.
Slavkovsky.
Oh.
Oh, no. They went with Lefkowski? Why, man?
I thought they were going to go with another guy.
Yeah, man.
I heard another
Damn it.
guy's name. Some guy Shane something, maybe?
Yeah, Shane, man. That's the guy you go
Some
after.
guy
He's the number
Shane?
one pick, man. The guy has, like out of 60 games, he has, like, 93 points. He's a goal scorer. He's big, man. He was 6 foot something. But Lefkowski, whatever
But he's
his
a
name
kid,
is,
basically,
he's a
right? They're
good
children,
player.
these
He's
guys? How old are these
Dude,
guys?
they're young, man. They're like
18,
19
I
or
guess.
something like that.
Oh. Do they play in the pros
Man,
right
the
away?
Canadians always have to blow
No.
it, man. I'm telling you.
Hockey sometimes, but
Sometimes.
it's rare.
Yeah.
Like the top guys will play it right into pros. Hey, he's a number 1 overall, man. So
He better.
I mean, he should
We're
be.
You
going
should,
to
right?
the mattresses, Dave. We're going to the mattresses.
So who do they got? Lavkovsky? Well, welcome to Montreal, Lavkovsky.
the big
Number 1
Lefkowski.
overall
Stay
pick.
away from Shea Paré.
Yeah.
Go
Come-
to the gym.
Do some jujitsu.
Yeah.
You'll have some good times, Lavkovsky. All right. Welcome, Lavkovsky.
Damn it, man.
Shout out to Brooklyn Lizard in the chat. Go Yankees, of course. Yanks are up right now, I think
Yankees!
5-0. My brother just texted me some Yankees news. The Yanks hit a grand slam, I believe. Josh Donaldson hit a grand slam. It was 5-0 in the third, so we're definitely watching the Yankee game as well, as we always do here during the summertime, because I love the Yankees. Go Yankees, best team in baseball.
Until they choke.
did that, man.
Well, I don't think they're going to
Jesus,
choke, Fred. I think they're going to go all the way and win the World Series. I think this is one of the all-time great baseball teams that we're seeing here in action.
I
It's
mean, they'll
happening.
go to the playoffs, that's for sure. But we'll see.
5-2 right now, Yanks over the Red Sox in the fourth. So the Red Sox
Ooh,
scored
the
a couple.
Astros are pretty
Rivalry,
good, man.
big time, man.
Looking at the schedule.
Astros are doing well, Dave. They might win the World Series again. I'm just saying.
Suck the
Freddie
Astros.
knows.
They're cheating.
Freddie knows.
They're cheating somehow. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're cheating. They got baseball bats and garbage cans. They're doing something.
They're giving 100%.
Go Yankees!
Well, they don't have as good a record as the Yankees. Yankees are 59-23 right now. Astros are 54-28.
Amazing, man.
Two very good baseball teams, though. Two best teams in all of baseball. So, yeah, I hope we don't have to see the Astros in the playoffs. It would suck. It would be hard because they're good. But I think the Yankees would win. They played the Astros recently, and they split the series. I think it was a 4-game series, and they each got 2. So, all right? I'm confident in the New York Yankees. We're here to talk about MMA, though. I'm confident in my picks because my picks were really good last week.
Whoa,
You know,
whoa,
I was
whoa,
looking
whoa,
at the
whoa,
card.
whoa, whoa.
What? Whoa.
I thought you were going to give tribute to like the whole aspect of my get-up here, bud, first, before we
We could
get
do
into
that
MMA
later. I
talk.
don't know. I was ignoring your get-up
We'll play
because you
some
look.
Pitbull later, man. We'll
Yeah,
play
you want to
Pitbull
play
later.
Pitbull songs? What's your favorite Pitbull song,
Hey.
AJ?
Whatever Antoinette suggests, man.
I don't
He's
know.
The best.
I don't think I
Pitbull's
can
the
name
best.
one Pitbull song.
And every song that there is out on the radio, I hear Pitbull in it. He has
could
like
hum
some
one,
cameo
but-
in every song, man. Come on, Dave.
I don't know.
Even Drake loves Pitbull.
Who's Romanov? Somebody Romanov was traded? I don't know from where. He's not a
What?
Yankee. I don't know
Romanov
who
got
he
traded?
is. Yeah, who's that? He's a hockey
Canadian
player?
player, bud.
Oh,
Yeah.
he got traded apparently. I don't know
Wow.
for what. Maybe a pick or a
Oh, hockey
scratch?
stick.
I don't know. Was it a
Can't
pick
believe
or
they
a
didn't pick up
scratch?
the
It was a
Shane kid, man.
scratch. Jerry was scratching his nose. It was not a pick. All right? Not a pick. My picks
we're
were really
lucky that
good
the-
last week. Speaking of picks,
They were, man. You
My
made
picks
money
were-
for everybody, dude.
yeah, Team Dave killed it last week. We had a 5-fight parlay that came through. The main card was all correct, except for the no contest with Pedro Munoz. We had Munoz over O'Malley. I thought Munoz won
I
that
had O'Malley.
first round.
I think O'Malley was winning the first
Yeah,
round.
but you're very biased, and you've shown that if you
No,
pick
no,
a
no,
guy,
no.
you judge every round for him, even if he loses 10-7.
No.
So,
That's wrong. You don't.
yeah, I mean, it's true,
Listen,
AJ.
either or.
It's
either
true.
Or,
You can
what
admit
it-
it's true.
listen,
You can admit your judging
listen.
is terrible and you're very biased.
No. Don't get mad with me, man. A couple of shows back, you were flipping out because of the judge's decision, right? Freddie, you can back me up on that. And
Well,
the truth is this.
That's different. That's
O'Malley-
different.
Listen,
That's
I'm glad he went to
actual
a drop.
judges getting something
Listen, I'm glad-
wrong. You are
Listen,
just ridiculous. You're outrageous.
No. I'm
Okay.
going to tell you one thing. I'm glad he went to a draw because it was able to bring your picks to good money, man. Because if O'Malley won, your parlay was done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I picked Munoz, and O'Malley was fighting Munoz. So if O'Malley had won, he would have beaten my parlay. That's how parlays work, AJ. I'm glad that after all these years of us doing parlays, you finally figured out that all the fighters on the parlay have to win.
I'm just saying that you should be thankful because I think O'Malley was winning that fight.
I don't
and if
think
it would
so.
have went the distance, your parlay would have been
Maybe you're right, though. Look, I think Munoz won the first round. I think Munoz won the first round.
No.
But I'm big enough to admit, I'm man enough to admit, AJ, that Munoz could have been knocked out and in the last 10 seconds of the third round if it went that far. It's possible, but I also think that Sean O'Malley was losing the first round, he was losing the second round, and he looked for a way out. After the kick to the balls in the first round didn't work, he decided to continue with the poke to the eyes, and that ended the fight in a no contest. So there's that. I think there's that too, AJ, maybe. I don't know. Do you need to see that fight again? Or are you convinced?
Saw it again, man. I'm convinced O'Malley was going to win it. But anyways, either or, it doesn't matter, man. Because
Fred, you didn't see it at all.
Push,
Fred's like, nope. I don't need to see it again. Fred didn't even watch the pay-per-view because he was
Fred
on his honeymoon.
Busy on his honeymoon.
That's it.
Come on, man. He was going wild, man. He was like, baby oil was out, the flowers.
Sure.
I don't know what's happening with Freddie,
But Fred,
man.
you had time to come back and watch
He got his
the
Viagra
fight,
up. I know.
right? What's the 3?
I went to bed after. Well, 3 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Bravo, Freddie. Bravo,
no, but man, it was a big day, man. There was a lot of smoking. There was a lot of eating. So like by that time, man, I went to bed. I actually watched Money in the Bank more than the UFC because Money in the Bank was earlier. So I saw what's her name there, Liv Morgan. She won the Money in the Bank match, and I think she won the title later. But you see, I was already in bed by then.
She beat Ronda Rousey for the title.
Yeah, good for her.
Rousey,
but yeah, I don't know, man. O'Malley, look, if you do again, Munoz, cool, man. If you could do it soon, I just want to see him active. Like, put him against another decent name. Like, let's keep on moving up in the standing. Don't give him no jabroni. Give him a legit fighter. I want to see him tested. So whoever it is, if it's Munoz again, it's Munoz again. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think they should do it again because I think that Munoz won the first round. AJ disagrees. So why not? Why not run it back? I don't think we had a clear winner there. That fight ended 3 minutes, 9 seconds in the second round. Like, we really didn't see enough of a fight to determine who was winning. And even if I think that Munoz won and AJ thinks that O'Malley won, I think we can both agree that the first round was pretty close. Right, AJ? Can you give me that at least?
It was close. Look, it was close. But I thought the edge went to O'Malley. But listen, man,
Yeah, well, you're wrong, but that's okay.
Make a difference.
Yeah, that's all right.
It doesn't matter, man. They decided
it doesn't matter. It was a no contest. What matters in the end, AJ, is that Munoz was the biggest underdog on my parlay, and unfortunately his fight ended in no contest. Had he won, Team Dave would have cashed in even more. We still cashed in pretty good, though, because that fight went to a no contest. Team Dave had Barberina over Robbie Lawler. Of course, AJ went with Robbie Lawler and was incorrect. We all went with Alex Pereira. We all went with Volkanovski. We all went with Adesanya, and they all came through victorious. So the Team Dave parlay scored big time at UFC 276, and I actually did an 8-fight parlay. And that one came through as well somehow. And I was looking at the card, and I picked, every fight on this card, I picked correctly. If I were to do a pick for every fight on this whole thing, I would have got them all right. And I got them all right. It's pretty good. So
once Pereira and Adesanya fights, who are you going to pick?
See, that's a tough one. I wanted to ask you guys that question. That's a great question. Man, Pereira looks good. He smashed Sean Strickland, demolished this guy in the first round. He looks dangerous, man. I don't know. That one, honestly, I'm Team Adesanya. I think he's great. I thought he looked really good against Jared Cannonier. He fought a smart championship-level fight. He took 0 damage. He won 50-45. He just completely cruised to a victory. But Pereira looks dangerous, and they have that history. And yeah, it's MMA, and I didn't like what I was hearing from Adesanya in the post-fight. People were like, the performance, maybe not what people were expecting, whatever. And he's like, it was an off night. He kept saying it was an off night. He kept repeating that, off night, off night. And it's like, well, what does that mean exactly?
Still dominated.
He still won. He still looked good, but he didn't have, it wasn't, there was something missing. It wasn't like a next level. He didn't go for the finish. He wasn't hitting those big shots. He won, but I don't think at any point he really hurt Jared Cannonier either. They fought for 25 minutes, and Cannonier's eye got busted a little bit, but he didn't seem at any point wobbled or in trouble. There was no point during that whole fight where either man looked like they were close to the end. And that worries me for Israel Adesanya going forward, because if he can't put Jared Cannonier in a position where he's near the end, if he's not so far ahead of Jared Cannonier that he can do these things to him, I kind of worry, is the division starting to catch up to Israel Adesanya? And I think with Alex Pereira, we're going to find out. I think we're going to find out, okay, this guy, great striker, very dangerous. What else does Israel have in his toolbox to win this fight? Is the jiu-jitsu going to come in? Is the wrestling going to come in? What is he going to do? Or is he going to outstrike this top-level kickboxer? Because he's not been able to do it twice before in kickboxing matches. So is he going to be able to do it here in the UFC? It's a big question. Kickboxing isn't MMA, but Israel Adesanya fights kickboxing fights in an octagon. There's not a lot of takedowns. They're not, he's not a jiu-jitsu guy. He's not a wrestler. He's a kickboxer, and that's what he does, and that's the kind of fight that he had with Cannonier. So I wonder how this goes against Pereira. I really do. It's a question mark for me right now.
But let's not forget, going into this fight, Cannonier was 5-1. And let's not forget the fact that he started off as a heavyweight who went down to light heavyweight and then moved down to another division. The guy is a big, big guy with a lot of power. And let me tell you, he still has massive muscles behind him. And in that fight, he looked impressive. There's no doubt about it. But the difference is that we were talking about this on Saturday. Israel was playing the game and executing the fight like George St. Pierre would. It wouldn't be the most exciting fight. I thought it was an exciting fight regardless, but he executed it with the fact that he was going to beat him by points. If he could take him out, he would do that when he can actually hurt Cannonier, which he did at certain times, but he basically tendered him throughout the fight. He was going the distance. He can show you that he can go 5 rounds. And to be honest, man, it was a beautiful fight from Israel. I think it's going to be a very interesting fight going up against Pereira, because Pereira smoked Sean Strickland. And Sean Strickland is no joke, a veteran, big guy, comes out to throw power bombs. He fights, but man, Pereira is no joke. And you're right. When they meet, they're both going to be what? Is it 6'4", if I'm not mistaken? These guys have long legs, long reach. Pereira has 2 wins on Israel in the kickboxing world. But remember this, it's a different game when you're coming into MMA. The angles are going to be a lot different than kickboxing. You don't have to worry about those takedowns or those massive wrestling attacks. You don't have to worry about that, but you will in MMA, and that's what Israel's going to change his game on Pereira. He's not going to do a complete straight kickboxing match. He's going to turn it into an MMA fight, and that's why Pereira has to be really prepared, because this is not going to be the same result as it was back in the days in kickboxing. And the closer it leads up to this fight, I'm going to have a better idea. But right now, it's hard to say who could win it. Because these guys, man, it's going to be probably one of the best fights we've ever seen.
Right now, I'm leaning with Pereira, because I don't see Izzy becoming a wrestler all of a sudden where he's going to be wrestling. Izzy, where he feels comfortable, is striking. So he'll probably want to strike. But Pereira might have a little edge, mentally also, with those wins and some knockout. and the trash talking and all that, like Pereira might be in Izzy's head. So I'm interested. And what caught my ear the most this week is I read, I think it was one of Izzy's coach or his manager saying, oh, Pereira, maybe he doesn't deserve it. Like, let's be serious. He didn't beat anybody except Strickland. But you know what? The division right now is kind of boring. So give it to Pereira, man. This is a fight like Pereira wants it. The fans want it. That's the fight to make, man. So let's make this fight soon. And no, this is like, if Izzy comes and wins, props to him. It's just gonna solidify his legend at 185, and he's already, like, Anderson's probably the greatest middleweight. Izzy's probably the second right now. So if he gets a big win, it's gonna help his legacy. No, I'm interested. That's the fight I want to see.
Freddie, and I agree with you, but let's not forget, it's Israel Adesanya, man. This guy, when he comes into the ring, he has a high fighting IQ, man. He's not going to come in and play the same game they did in kickboxing. It's going to be a different game. And people can question his wrestling or his jiu-jitsu, but let me tell you, this guy, that's all he does in his camp. He's doing a lot of jiu-jitsu and a lot of wrestling. He's prepared for whatever could come to him.
Pereira trains with Glover Teixeira, man. That's legit.
No, you're right, man, and that's
Glover's gonna be putting him in some serious wrestling positions, some serious jiu-jitsu positions. Like, when you're messing with Glover Teixeira, the former champion of the world now, and he is just, he's a monster. And
he's a
that's a really good training partner to deal with jiu-jitsu, to deal with anything. He's already dealt with the striking of Adesanya. I'm telling you, this Pereira fight is real interesting. John Jones, your favorite, he picked Pereira. He thinks Pereira might have a shot here against Adesanya. But if you look at the rest of the middleweight division,
Chris Pratt, man, he's like trash talking like Israel.
Yeah, well, Chris Pratt needs. I mean, what does Chris Pratt know about fight? I don't know. I mean, Chris Pratt.
He apologize. Give him a break.
Yeah, but why is he going on saying, "Oh, it was a disappointing performance"? It's like, what the hell do you know?
You've never said that before about a fight.
Well, no, I mean, look.
How was that Rose and Carla fight?
I don't say it in a way where it's like, oh, he was like, oh, you talk all that trash and you deliver that type of performance is kind of weak. I don't see it like that. I see it as, oh, okay, what's happening with Adesanya? Like, I think that I expected him to knock out Jared Cannonier, right? Like, I thought that he would put it on him and find his chin and finish him. And Adesanya's talk of, well, it was an off night for me, makes me wonder, like, well, what does that mean, man? What if you have another off night against a better opponent? What happens then?
Adesanya doesn't have a great finish rate, man. I was reading that from all the champions, he's tied for second worst finish rate with Usman. They only finished 33% of their wins in the UFC. Adesanya and Usman, and the only person that has a worse finishing percentage is Carla Esparza. So Adesanya is not a finisher, man. He's great, but he's not always a finisher. He's had a couple of snoozers, man. Whether it's the Romero fight, whether it's the Costa fight wasn't great. Like there's been a couple of snoozers.
No. He finished Costa. Costa was a good one.
I'm mistaking. Yeah.
The Romero fight was not good. Was not good. And I think that was pretty much it. It was really the Romero fight. Then he had that fight with Blachowicz that he lost. Then he beat Vettori. I thought that fight was all right. Then he had the fight with Whitaker. He looked solid against Whitaker. And now the fight with Cannonier. But all those are by decision. All those are by decision. He finished Costa, and he finished Whitaker the first time they fought. And those are the only guys that he's finished on this middleweight title run here in the UFC. He finished Derek Brunson earlier in his career. But, yeah, you're right. He's not a guy who goes out there and finishes fights, but he is a guy who goes out there and wins, man. 23-1, middleweight
George
champion.
St. Pierre also was like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And at the top level, you're not supposed to finish these guys. These guys are too good to be able to finish. You finish guys when you're way ahead of them in skills and everything, right? That's when you finish a guy. You beat a guy when it's a close fight and you're better than the guy. You know,
you're going 5 rounds, man.
And they went 5 rounds, and Israel won. 3 judges scored it, right? 1 judge scored it all 5 rounds for Israel. The 3 others scored it 4-1 for Israel, which is how I scored it. I gave Cannonier the 3rd, right? So either way you have it, it wasn't even close. It wasn't like, oh, well, Cannonier won a couple of rounds and it went down to the 5th round and it was kind of close. No, Israel just dominated one of the best middleweights in the world, a guy that, you know, made his way up to the top of the food chain here to fight Israel Adesanya. Like, it's no joke. And when you're at that top level, you're not really supposed to finish these guys because, you know, unless you're so far ahead of the pack that you can do it, which is when, like, you see crazy shit happen in the UFC, when there's champions that are, like, so much better than everybody else. Like, John Jones was at that level for a while where he was the champion, and he was so much better than everybody else that he would just finish guys, like, quickly. It was amazing, but...
Choke out Machida.
Yeah, but I feel like also, you know, as the sport evolves, as everybody gets better, it's going to be tougher and tougher to do that in the main event for a championship because everybody's so good. Like, you know, you might be able to get some wins here, but they're going to be close wins, and you're not going to see a lot of finishes because everybody pretty much knows the defense, like, for everything.
But just like George, Israel also is good at not taking any damage. Like in most fights, like he comes out and he hasn't took too much damage, which, look, if you're not taking damage, chances are you're going to win. It might not always be like the most fun fight to watch, but if you're not getting hurt, usually you're going to win.
And you're going to be able to win many fights. Let's not forget, the name of the game is not to win one big fight. The name of the game is to keep winning over years and years to grow your name and grow the brand and grow the greatness. And every time you fight, the paychecks get bigger and bigger. That's what Israel Adesanya is doing. He's getting bigger and bigger. He's stacking the money every time he goes out there. He becomes a bigger star. He makes more money, more rich, more powerful. But, you know, at a certain point, it's going to end, you know, because that's the thing with everybody. You stick around for too long, shit will end. But no one really knows when is too long. No one really knows. The fans don't know. The fighters don't know. No one fucking knows.
Well, the fighters do know in some sense. I mean, that's why George
they might have an idea
and then came back.
Well,
you know,
George,
you got guys like Khabib.
Come on, man.
George
and Khabib are the outliers that only exist in George and Khabib. Most fighters don't know when to call it quits. George and Khabib quit on top, and George left for a while, then he came back and he won one fight, and then he's like, it's probably enough. Khabib, the same thing, left on top. It doesn't happen very often.
No, and I agree. I called it with Cowboy Cerrone and all that he would retire on the last fight. And that's the thing, you know, at one point Cowboy Cerrone was one of the most feared guys in the division, but things changed over time, and he's not the same guy. Always a threat, there's no doubt about it. But yeah, you know, you need to step back. You know, the days of winning consistently are done. You know, time has caught up. You know, the fighters have gotten way better. They're starting so much younger. They've got like the best of everything.
Sure.
You know, and
but
we
is
can go
that
into
time
things like, you know,
for Israel Adesanya against Pereira? You don't think so, right? You think Pereira is not the man to beat Adesanya? Give me a prediction right now how you see that fight playing out. How does Israel Adesanya beat Pereira? I think he beats Pereira very similarly to how he beat Jared Cannonier, but it'll be tougher, and he'll beat him, you know, just outstriking him, winning,
but Pereira's going to give
fighting.
Him some damage. He's going to hurt him much
Well, that's
more.
it. And I think Israel is smart enough to know that he's going to have to change it up a little bit and put Pereira in situations that he might not be used to. And I think a lot of that is going to be cage work, pushing him up against the fence, doing a lot of that clinching, that dirty boxing where a referee would usually stop you in a kickboxing fight, but he's not going to stop you here. Throw those little knees, just push him into the cage, and maybe change levels and work for a takedown. You put Pereira on his back, who knows what happens. Israel Adesanya has been doing this MMA thing longer than Alex Pereira, so you would imagine he has way more tricks up his sleeve, and he seems confident, and he seems to welcome the matchup with Pereira. So I'm interested to see it. That, to me, is the fight, because we know that Pereira has some really great striking abilities and the size, too. The fact that they're both roughly the same size, 6'4", huge, lanky middleweights. It's going to be a very interesting matchup, and I think that's what's next for Israel Adesanya. What do you guys want to see next for Volkanovski. He just beat Max Holloway, his arch nemesis. He's beat him 3 times now. It feels like as long as Volkanovski's champion, no more Max Holloway title fights, right? Like that sucks for Max Holloway too.
Listen, Max Holloway is the best fighter in that division, but he can't beat Volkanovski.
Yeah.
He can beat anybody else, but he just can't beat Volkanovski. And the thing with Volkanovski, man, on this last fight, we said it, that this fight is where we're going to see the distance apart between him and Max Holloway. Man, it was a beautiful fight. Volkanovski, man, just showed that he just progressed, and Max Holloway is he's just there, man. You know, he could beat anybody else, but he couldn't beat this guy. And it's unfortunate, but that's the way. And we got to give a lot of credit to Volkanovski. This guy is unbelievable. He just keeps getting better and better all the time, man. This guy
he doesn't get the praise he should.
I
agree.
Like right now, he should be considered like amongst like the top pound for pound, one of the greats, because what he's doing is very impressive. And look, Holloway's a great fighter, man. He had a great run himself, and he's probably number 2 in that division. But Volkanovski, he clearly doing some magical things, and you're gonna maybe not agree, man, but I'd like to see Henry Cejudo finally get back and get a title shot. I think Cejudo has a style maybe that could be interesting to face Volkanovski. If not, make him go up to 155. Like that's what I would say. But hey, I like Volkanovski. Great fighter.
Look, Dana White gave him his blessing. He said that he can move up to move up to lightweight. So he could do
to
this.
fight for the belt too, guys. Not just move up, but move up to fight Oliveira for the 155 belt, which, you know, there's a lot of guys looking for that belt. There's Islam Makhachev, there's Conor McGregor potentially. I saw Oliveira say, you know, I wouldn't mind fighting McGregor. I know McGregor would like to fight me for a belt. Like, that'd be pretty good, you know, make some money, fight McGregor, beat him up. It's good. It's good. So there are some options there for Charles Oliveira. I don't know if Volkanovski is that top option. I don't think it is as far as money making. I don't think it is, and as far as tough fights, it's a pretty tough fight. It's not an easy fight for anybody, Alex Volkanovski. So I don't know. I think the biggest money fight and maybe the easiest money fight for Oliveira right now would be Conor McGregor. Like the easiest money right now is Conor because you're going to get paid huge and you're probably going to beat him because let's be honest, Conor's not a serious MMA fighter anymore. So that is the fight. That is the fight to take. No, I'm not entertaining anything. I just saw a picture of Conor McGregor today and it was like, oh, he's back at the SBG gym. And I'm like, where the fuck has he been? What do you mean he's back? Where is he? How is he not? What? What's he been doing exactly? Hanging on a yacht? I know he hurt his leg and all, but I don't know.
Did you see the size of him? Have you seen
yeah, he's been partying.
Training,
he's not serious. I don't believe in him as a serious MMA fighter. He will never win again in the UFC. Never.
Listen, man.
Never.
Don't count Conor out. I'm just telling you.
I just did.
Like you guys disagree with me.
Maybe
with Jake
versus
Paul,
Nate.
I'm telling you the same thing. Don't
maybe against Nate if they can get Nate. Yeah, he might win a fight against, you know, but he's not beating Charles Oliveira. Like, that's ridiculous. AJ, you think he can beat Charles Oliveira?
Listen, man, it's Conor McGregor, man, and he's got, like, anything. Like, listen, I'm not saying – listen, if it actually happens, then when it's leading up to that fight, I'm going to look at the camps and I'm going to make my decision there. But would I like to see that fight? Absolutely. Would I think Conor – has a chance to beat him? Listen,
Oliveira
man,
versus Makhachev
Conor is there to win, man.
So much a better fight. Oliveira, Volkanovski. Like, come on, if you're a pure MMA fan, the Conor one is just for the show, man.
But if you're Charles Oliveira, who's been fighting forever, who's earned this spot, who's a great champion, right? Like, if you are Oliveira, you cannot blame him for saying, I'll take Conor. I'll take Conor. I'll take the money.
Of course,
everybody should fight
Conor.
Man.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Why are you dissing on Conor, man? The thing is that on the last fight, he busted his leg. What do you want the guy to do, man? Hop on one leg? What is he, a stork? Listen,
you thought he was winning that fight, too, which is a little...
Listen, Dave...
Poirier is no spring chicken
We'll
either.
never know because it ended. If it could have went a little bit more, who knows what could have happened. But it's an unfortunate accident. He didn't win because... He massacred the guy. He busted his leg trying to stop like he checked a kick, man, and his leg went out. That's it. That's
Other
why
than
everybody gets on
Cowboy
Connor's
Cerrone,
back.
what has
Let's not forget
what
what
has
Connor's
Connor
accomplished.
done? Other than beating a guy that's been retired, like in his head
Cowboy
for a
Cerrone
while,
knocked
and
him out, man.
officially
Boom.
retired last week. Like, Connor hasn't done nothing. Where's that confidence from, man? Come on, AJ, man, Oliveira, Volkanovski. Come on, man. They would destroy
Listen, I
Connor.
think it's going to be a great. I'd love to see that fight for sure. I like to see Volkanovski actually beat him and be a 2-title champion because that guy there is a beast, no doubt about it. But anytime Connor's in the picture, I want to see him fight. And if I could see Connor fighting for a title, it's going to be a pay-per-view blockbuster.
These are Connor's
Connor,
wins in the last 5 years in the UFC. This is
Yeah.
Connor's record in the last 5 years.
Here we
A
go.
loss to Nate Diaz, a victory over Nate Diaz. Okay?
Yeah,
Nate
well,
Diaz
come
is
on.
no longer relevant in the top 5 of any weight division in the UFC. He's a great fighter. I love him. It's just a fact. It's time. Eddie
Careful, he'll
Alvarez.
slap you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you know
we
what?
get stalked and
I'm just
slapped
being
there,
honest.
David.
I'm wearing his brother's shirt. I love the Diaz brothers. You know,
You
I'm
see
a
him?
Diaz.
He slapped a guy.
Yeah, that was fake.
Yeah,
That was fake.
That's
I
what
think that was
thought
fake.
also.
Eddie Alvarez, Conor beat him in 2016. Same thing. Like, he's no longer relevant. Conor lost to Khabib in 2018, obvious. Then he beat Donald Cerrone, you know, and that's the one win that he has in the past couple of years. He beat Donald Cerrone, who's now retired, who at the time was not winning a bunch of fights either. He lost to Tony Ferguson, and he lost to Justin Gaethje. Then he lost to Conor McGregor. Then he lost to Anthony Pettis. Then he lost to Nico Price, or had a draw with Nico Price. Then he lost to Alex Morono. Then he lost to Jim Miller. Jim Miller and Conor McGregor is about right.
I got Jim Miller.
The jiu-jitsu, I mean, it's going to be a problem for Conor. And the wrestling? Like Jim Miller and Conor McGregor. That seems about right for me at this point. Charles Oliveira, Conor McGregor is ridiculous because Conor is just not in that game anymore. He's not in the top level of the UFC. He talks like he is. He acts like he is. And then, of course, in 2021, he fought twice, both losses to Dustin Poirier. But he's
The thing
not
also is-
that guy anymore. He's not that guy. And Patrick C. Hamilton dropping a super chat. He says, the 777 from Patrick, thank you, Patrick, says, was never a McGregor fan. His time has passed. I agree with that. Fred?
Like, does he even want to fight at 155? Like, Conor, maybe. That's another thing. You see, Conor, he's there just for the money fights, which I completely respect. That's what he should do. Big money fights. But yeah, he's not, maybe not even willing to cut to 155. He'll probably fight at 170. That's my prediction. So, hey, fight Masvidal,
big,
man.
man.
Go make a lot of money. Give us that trash talk between him and Masvidal, and both
I
of
could
them
see
are
that.
going to make a boatload of money. I think that's what would make the most sense.
I think
Listen,
Jim Miller makes more sense.
Freddie, you make sense. No, I think Fred. I like what Freddie.
No, Fred's right. Fred's
Miller
right.
is more dangerous than
That's right, man.
Masvidal, maybe.
No, I think you're right. I saw a thing where they said Masvidal might be fighting Gilbert Burns next, which doesn't seem like a
What?
good idea for
Get outta here,
Masvidal.
man. No, it's not a good fight for him, man. It's
Masvidal
gonna be
used
a
proper 12
bad
to
night.
wash his feet.
What? How dare you? Blasphemy.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's terrible, man.
Oh, he's trying to hype it.
You don't take. Oh, man.
All right.
But you know
Tony
what? It's
Mack.
gonna happen.
Tony Mack, a member of the team. He's out in England. He says his birthday tomorrow, so started partying a little bit
Holy
early.
God,
Well, happy
happy birthday,
birthday,
man.
Tony, out in England. Thank you, buddy, for staying up late and watching with us. Happy birthday, my friend. And people want to
Let's
know, is
sing in the-
AJ hiding a black eye? What's up with the outfit, AJ? Why are you dressed like Pitbull?
I'm not. First of all, Pitbull is very, very good. I love him as a singer. Like I told you before, man. In every
You couldn't
like,
name one song,
I
though.
hear, there's a cameo of Pitbull speaking.
But you couldn't name
or
one.
singing. Doesn't matter. I can't name anything. I didn't even remember what's her name. What was that girl's name that I was messed up with? What was her name? Brianna or something like that. Whatever.
You still don't know
The
who
singer
Rihanna
there.
is?
I know. If you show me a picture, I'll remember who she is. Yes.
I doubt it. All right. So why are you dressed like that? To honor James Caan. Rest in peace, James Caan. You're trying to dress
Rest
up
in
like
peace, James.
how you think people from The Godfather would dress up. I don't know. You look like half a Backstreet Boy. I don't know what's going on. You look like a
First of all, I told you not to call me AJ tonight. Tonight, my name was.
Tony Sirico.
No, Dave. Tony. You could have said it before. You could have said Tony Panini. You could have said Tony Stacchino. Listen, man.
Big Tony
it's all about my boys in
Bompensiero.
the hood in Hell's Kitchen, man. Sonny Corleone, man. Rest in peace, man.
Tony
What a great actor.
Soprano.
I got Soprano right here. Where is he? Where is he? Never leave home without this, my friend. This is the Bible.
You
right
take
here.
this everywhere you go, and you never leave home
Everywhere,
without that?
man. When I'm
That's a
bored,
weird
I
thing to
watch it
do.
again over and
Bring a
over, man.
Sopranos DVD everywhere you go. Oh, you know AJ?
Oh, you never
Oh,
know
yeah,
when
the guy who
you're
brings a
bored.
Sopranos DVD everywhere he goes. Yeah, he's a weird guy. Yeah, but it's not because of the Sopranos DVD. It's something else.
Listen, man, you said it. I had it, man. You think I planned this? It's always there. Tony Soprano, rest in peace. Listen, man, it's a bad day, man. It's sad to see, James Caan gone, man.
Yeah, he was a great
movies.
actor.
Remember The Elf?
No,
The Program.
I don't know that
Come
either.
on,
What's
Dave.
that? I don't know a lot of his movies,
College
honestly.
football movie.
I know him
It
as
was a
Sonny
great cut where
Corleone.
he was the coach and
Sonny.
everybody was juicing and he was just like a coach that closed his eyes to everything and made sure that he had a good team. The
Check that out.
Program, man, it's a
That
great,
sounds good.
it's a great movie. Yeah.
Well, so AJ, you're really torn up about James Caan or something? You have a whole tribute
Yeah, I am,
prepared? Because I don't have that much
Look, I got it all
prepared
here.
really
Do
about
you see
James
the
Caan.
flowers?
I know him from The Godfather. He was good in The Godfather. Sonny was a hothead.
Oh, no,
He
we
got
should
himself killed. Look what they
He
did to
liked
my
the
boy.
ladies.
He liked the ladies. I think it
Was
was
it at his
cousin?
own wedding? Whose wedding was
You
it?
touch my sister again, and
His
I'll
sister's
kill you.
wedding. His sister's
His
wedding.
sister, yeah,
Yeah.
and he was with the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Well, he's allowed to. It's what
Oh,
the
what
hell
just happened
happened
there? There we go.
What the hell happened there?
I don't know.
You hear that?
Hear what?
You hear that?
What?
No, I don't hear that.
Fred,
The
what
movie,
the hell?
man.
I don't know what you're talking about, AJ.
You touch my sister again, David. You touch my sister again, and I'll kill you.
All right, you're doing a
You remember
Godfather
that
thing?
scene?
No.
Here we go. Thank you. Look, I got the flowers there. You think I was
Jeez.
joking, eh? Flowers. I got the mobsters and gangsters. I've got my little buddy Elf. Where is he? Here we go, Elf. In tribute to, Buddy. Conor McGregor, of course, can't have like a gangster without Conor there. Just saying, man.
Why are we
But
getting
anyways,
a
man,
tour of
James
the
Caan, one of the
AJ
greatest-
set right now? What is happening? I don't
Well,
want a
you know,
tour.
the
Take
producers,
this off.
thank you
Get
very
this out
much.
of here. Get AJ out of here. I don't want to see the tour of AJ. Tour to AJ. No, thank you.
You touch my sister again, and I'll kill you.
All right. Is that all you got?
No, I got other ones. Which one do you want to hear?
I don't know. Something else.
Well, then the business will have to suffer. I'll have to repeat that. Take two, take. Well, then the business will have to suffer. All right? You remember that?
Yeah. You're not a great actor, eh? You're
Listen,
pretty bad at
nah,
this.
Listen, man. It's like you think I'm putting on the spot. Give me some time to practice. But all to say is this. AJ got a chance to meet Marlon Brando once a long time ago.
What's that have to do with
and-
James
and-
Caan?
Because it's The Godfather, man. Dave, get with it, man.
I mean, I know, but
Have you watched
we're
The
trying to pay
Godfather, first
tribute
of
to
all?
James Caan, and now you're just
Yeah,
giving
yeah,
a personal
but-
story about how you once met Marlon Brando. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
All right.
and he called me crazy. And I called
not
him
surprised.
crazy. No one calls me crazy. But anyways, all to
I
say
mean,
is
I've
this,
done it
man.
a few
James Caan,
times.
one of the greatest actors ever, man.
Uh-huh.
Sonny Corleone, which they cut him off a little bit too early, I think, in part 2. But anyways, it's sad, dude, because when you start seeing guys like that go, man, Al Pacino's not around the same age. Just
Why are
saying.
you trying to wish death on Al Pacino there? What the hell's going on? He's like, hey,
I'm
by
just
the way,
saying.
you know who else is old? Al Pacino. You think he's gonna die? Like what? I hope not.
Well, with all that
Long live
with all that
Pacino.
cocaine in him, I doubt it, man.
What about Robert De Niro? Is he still kicking? How's he feeling these days? Like what?
Well,
Why do
I
you gotta
almost
say
tried
that?
to once.
Remember.
Listen,
I'm trying to
I almost
remember,
killed
but
him
there's a website that's pretty known still that every year goes like the top 20 people that are probably gonna die in this year, man. When
Yeah.
I heard,
Are you serious?
yeah, because and they have like different sections and all. So when I heard about it, I went like, oh wow, that's kind of morbid.
Oh, he was
That is
also
pretty sad,
in the
man.
tremendous Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg movie, That's My Boy. James Caan
Who
was
cares
in
about
that.
that shit, dude?
Oh, it's a
Why are you
pretty good
talking about all
movie.
those other movies? There's only
I'm
one
trying to
movie. It's
talk-
The Godfather.
He was also
Forget
one of the
about that.
voices in
Who
Cloudy
cares?
with a Chance of Meatballs and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Played Tim Lockwood in
Played
that.
in Las Vegas, the TV series, which was very good.
There you go.
Dude, there's only one movie, man, and it's right here. Stop it. Maybe Elf, because that was
I
pretty
mean, he
fun.
got killed early. He died in the first movie. He didn't make it
Yeah.
to the
Doesn't
second
matter, man.
movie.
Did you see Godfather 1, man? Forget
He
it.
was
That's
there.
all that
Come
counts,
on,
man. Sonny was everything,
Ooh.
man.
He was in
Don't mess with
Bulletproof.
Sonny.
You guys ever seen Bulletproof? That shit is good. Adam Sandler, Damon Wayans. I didn't know James Caan was in that. I forgot he was in that. He plays the Frank Colton. Oh, I think he's like the bad guy. He's like the main bad guy in it, right? Frank Colton, isn't he? Like James Caan, I think, is like the big. Yeah, the Archie Moses is a small-time thief in Los Angeles who smuggles drugs for drug lord Frank Colton. Archie Moses is Adam Sandler. Damon Wayans is the cop. 1996. Classic movie. Bulletproof, man. AJ wants to talk about The Godfather. What about Bulletproof,
Yeah,
man?
man.
He played Frank Colton.
Dude.
Little respect
Yeah.
for Bulletproof.
Respect.
Oh, he was in Mickey Blue Eyes, too. Tremendous. Hugh Grant's playing a mobster. That was good. You ever seen Mickey Blue Eyes? Pretty good. This guy has a lot of credits. He was in a lot of movies. James Caan, rest in peace. We love him.
Only one
Okay,
that
AJ?
counts, Dave.
What?
Only one that counts.
He was in an episode of News
Le
Radio.
Parrains, they say
Played
in Quebec.
himself.
Le Parrains.
Maybe Joe Rogan met him. There's a UFC connection there. News Radio,
Did
Joe
he?
Rogan. James Caan was on that show. How about that? For one episode.
Rest
You ever
in
watch
peace.
News Radio?
The TV show? Yeah.
No,
way
the
back, man.
movie, the feature film with Joe Rogan, News Radio. What are you talking about? Yeah, of course, the TV show. What?
Yeah, man.
What are you
It
talking
was
about,
TV
bud?
show.
Are you talking about a show back in
Great
the 90s?
TV show until Phil Hartman got killed by his wife.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Poor Phil Hartman, rest in peace. One of the funniest guys around, man. Great skits in The Simpsons as well.
Cool.
Wasn't
So
he a
we got
character on
fights
there?
coming up on Saturday, guys. It's
Oh, yeah, it's
preview
MMA
time. Are you ready?
Let's
Are you
do it.
ready to
We're
preview
ready,
fights?
man. Yeah,
Give
yeah.
You're
us your
adequately
parlay, Dave.
prepared. Oh my God! Am I just throwing a parlay out there, Fred? I didn't know we were doing that already, but I'm excited to do it. I was going to talk a little bit about Fizzy. Last week we had Izzy. This week
Tell
we
me
got
why-
Fizzy.
Tell me why I shouldn't pick Dos Anjos, because I'm thinking I want to pick Dos Anjos, man.
Because
Convince me.
Fizzy's minus 225, the favorite. He is 29 years old. He's from Kazakhstan, so you know he's cool. He has kicks that are really good. He's very good at kicking and punching. He has gone 5-1 so far in the UFC. He's won 5 in a row. He's beat some good guys, Moicano, Brad Riddell, Bobby Green. He's pretty good. Fizzy
Yep.
is pretty good. And Dos Anjos is also pretty good. He's a former champion, but he's 37 years old. And I feel like he's seen maybe some better days. But you're right in thinking that he's got a shot because he's always dangerous. And just when you think that Dos Anjos is maybe done or on the way down, he pulls off very impressive performances like the one he had over Renato Moicano in March of this year. Like, he looked really good there.
Yeah, but he got a split with Paul Felder. Let's not forget that just before. I mean, I don't want to rate
Yeah,
it
but
on
that
your
was 2
parade,
years
Dave,
ago. That was 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
but still,
The
man,
fight that
he
I
lost to
saw
Michael
most
Chiesa.
recently with Moicano, man, he looked good in that fight. He looked really good in that Moicano fight. Dominated Moicano. It's a tough one.
Dude,
like,
man,
it's a
he's
tough
He's
one.
9 years older. He's 9 years older, man. Fiziev he's got like
8
devastating
years.
punches, man. He's a very lateral movement type of fighter. And once he gets into that pocket, man, he can throw these beautiful combinations that hurt people and most of the time knock them out. I'm just saying is that Fiziev, I agree with you, is probably a good pick to take because he has what it takes. The only way Dohanjos is going to be able to do it is if he takes him down and utilizes his grappling to control that fight. But if they go toe-to-toe standing, man, it's going to be a long night. Mind you, he could go 5 rounds. There's no doubt about it. But I don't think he has what it takes to go toe-to-toe with Fiziev. And I think Fiziev's, powerful combinations that he has in most of his fights to get that KO is going to happen on Saturday night. It's going to be a tough fight, man. He's KO'd some pretty good guys.
Yeah. I don't think he knocks out Dos Anjos, though. I'm not sure he knocks out. I'm not sure he knocks out Dos Anjos, but I think he might. It's tough. I think Fiziev wins. I think he outstrikes Dos Anjos. I think he hurts Dos Anjos, but Dos Anjos maybe survives some spots where he's in trouble and keeps on fighting. But maybe, he makes the wrong move. He zigs when he should zag, and he gets caught and he gets put down. I could see that happening too. I don't know how Fiziev wins. I don't know if he wins by knockout or by decision because, again, Dos Anjos is really tough, and he's going to have to make a mistake that Fiziev is going to capitalize on to get the finish. But I do like Fiziev. I think he's going to win. He's an up-and-coming guy. He's very dangerous. He's got good wrestling. He's got some very nice strikes.
The thing is that he has great kicking, man. He's a good kickboxer, a good Muay Thai boxer. And the thing is that if he throws those leg kicks and those low leg kicks, which a lot of times, when you're doing that against a wrestler, you're always afraid of that takedown. But if he's able to get those kicks in, man, and control the fight, he has a strong chance of winning. And I'm telling you, man, I can see that KO being set up. It all comes down to the kicking game. If the kicking game gets through, he's beating Dos Anjos.
I'm going with Fizzy. Fred, who are you going with in that fight? You sticking with RDA or have we convinced you? I don't think he's convinced.
RDA.
You going with RDA? Fred's not convinced. All right. Well, that's the main event. You got Caio Borayo against Armin Petrosian in the co-main event.
That's a good one.
That's a tough one to call. Those guys are pretty tough, young middleweights. I'm leaning towards Armin Petrosian, but I'm not putting that fight on my parlay whatsoever. Taking a look at a couple other fights here, we got Said Nurmagomedov, who's a cousin, I believe, of Khabib, another one of Khabib's cousins. He's not undefeated. He's a disappointment to his family and friends because he's lost fights in MMA, so they hate him. He's the dark sheep of the Nurmagomedov family. Yeah, they don't like him at all. They think he's a jerk. But I think they.
You always gotta have one, man.
I'm kidding.
It's like in the Gracies,
because no Nurmagomedov, like you had, who was Umar? Was it Umar's Nurmagomedov the other day who won, and he's undefeated too. All these Nurmagomedovs, Khabib, Umar, they don't lose, and now you got this other Nurmagomedov, and he's lost 2 fights, so I'm sure they're disappointed in him. But he's won 2 in a row. He's only lost 2. He's won 15 as a professional. He's pretty good. He's a pretty damn good fighter. But the guy he's fighting, Douglas Silva de Andrade, has got some very good jiu-jitsu. He's very strong. He's a dangerous fighter. It's an interesting fight. I think we see Said, I don't know how you pronounce it. Nurmagomedov, he's a big favorite, minus 320. I think he's a bigger favorite, minus 320. I think if his last name wasn't Nurmagomedov, it'd be minus 220. You know what I mean? I think they get extra points off the name. Yeah.
That he has good striking skills.
Yeah.
So let's not forget that. And obviously it's backed up by Dagestanian wrestling. So
yeah, no, he's good. I'm going with Nurmagomedov. He's interesting to watch. Jared Vandera taking on Chase Sherman. Could be a fun fight at heavyweight. I like Vandera minus 195, Sherman plus 165. That makes sense to me. Michael Johnson taking on Jamie Malarkey is an interesting fight. Johnson's 36 years old. A lot of people counting him out. He lost 4 in a row, came back in his last fight in May and knocked out Alan Patrick and looked really good in that fight.
But
the Michael Johnson of old. That was interesting. And here's Jamie Malarkey, who's 27 years old. coming off a loss to Jalen Turner, but he's scored a couple knockouts in a row. I think he might get the knockout here. And we've got
He's a better overall fighter, Dave.
Malarkey
so
as a favorite. Yeah, I think Malarkey probably pulls this one out. Cynthia Calvillo and Nina Nunez is an interesting fight for me. I think I'm going to throw that one on my parlay. Nina Nunez is the underdog, which is where I think she should be. Nina Nunez plus 125, Calvillo minus 155. I like Calvillo in a big way in that fight. She's done the right things. She's worked on her boxing quite a bit. She's joined top-ranked boxing gym, and she's already got a great wrestling base. I think she's going to be a real problem here for Nina Nunez, who I think just looked off in that fight with Mackenzie Dern. She lost real quick and got tapped real quick. And
exactly
Mackenzie Dern is good, but when she just slices through you like that, I start to wonder. Our buddy Ayman Zahabi's fighting on this card. Coming off a really nice knockout victory in his last fight over Draco Rodriguez. Ayman is back here over Ricky Tercios, who was on The Ultimate Fighter. That should be an interesting fight. Ayman right now is a slight underdog, plus 162, Tercios minus 200. The favorite, couple other fights on this card. We have Valentina's sister, Antonina Shevchenko, taking on Courtney Casey. Tresean Gore from The Ultimate Fighter takes on Cody Brundage. And that's, I think, where I'm going to start my parlay here, guys. I was not too impressed with what I saw from Tresean Gore in his last fight, and I think I'm going to go against him here. Brundage plus 120. The underdog, I like that.
Wow.
I also like Calvillo, and I'm also going with Fizzy, and that's gonna be
Courtney Casey against Antonina, man.
I'm tempted to go with Courtney Casey. Casey plus 145, Antonina minus 180. I'm gonna stay put on that fight, not putting it on my parlay because I want to see how they look standing next to each other. Sometimes I need a weigh-in. I need to see what they look like before the fight, just to get a good feel of it. But on paper, these are the fights that I like. It's a 3-fight parlay, and I'm giving it to you right now. Cody Brundage over Tresean Gore plus 120. Cynthia Calvillo minus 155 to beat Nina Nunez. And Rafael Fiziev beating Rafael Dos Anjos. Battle of the Rafaels. $20 at Bet99 gets you 107.82. It's not great. I'm telling you, the return on investment is not great, but it's a 3-fight parlay that I think, why not turn $20 into 107? That seems like a smart move to me. Why would you not want to do that? Who are you to refuse? So that is a Team Dave parlay. Fiziev, Calvillo, and Brundage. 3-fight parlay for Team Dave this week. Freddie, you want to give me something? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I got a 2-fight parlay, very simple. Dos Anjos and Casey Sanchez.
Who?
I think Antonina is a little...
Oh,
her
Casey.
sister...
She's got a Sanchez now. I was like, who are you talking about? Courtney Casey is now Courtney Casey Sanchez. She's ended a Sanchez. I was really confused. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say Antonina, I don't think she's at the same level as her sister, so I'm going to go with Casey Sanchez pulling off a win. I'm not sure if it would be an upset, but that's my pick for her.
Dos Anjos plus 180. You got a double upset card here. Dos Anjos plus 180. Courtney Casey Sanchez plus 145. $20 gets you, boom, 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 140 over at Bet99.com. It's a Team Fred parlay. It's 2 fights. Courtney Casey Sanchez, Rafael Dos Anjos. 20 gets you 140.20 over at Bet99.com. Use that promo code Ringside. AJ, what do you got?
I like Freddy's, man. That's a good payout, man.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the long shots again. I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna try to beat Dave's 8-fight parlay. I'm gonna go with. I'm probably gonna stay with 7 on this one, but I'm gonna start with Fiziev. Then I'm gonna go with Kayao. Or whatever you want to call him.
Borayo.
Then Saeed. Then I'm going to go with Jared. And then I'm going to stay away from the Michael Johnson fight because that one there scares me, man. Then I'm going to go with Calvillo because I think she'll submit her. I'm pretty sure it's going to be right down to the ground submission tap out. Then I'm going to go with Armin. I think, a lot of guys are picking Ricky Turcios because he's high energy, he's high powered, man.
Yeah.
But when you've got like Armin training with beasts at TriStar Gym, he's got good boxing, he's got slick jiu-jitsu, and he's got a team behind him that's really, really like seasoned. And you got a guy like George giving him advice. Man, I think Zahabi's a better fighter than he was like way back. And I'm going to finish it off with Courtney Casey. I'm going to do the same thing with Fred. I think she has what it takes to beat Antonina.
Okay, so that is the Team
You want me
AJ
to throw
parlay.
one for 8? You want to throw one for 8 just to tie you?
Do you want to do that? It's up to you. It's your parlay,
You know what?
AJ.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with the 8 fight. I gotta beat yours, and I'm gonna
Okay.
go with Carl Robertson. I'm gonna start the night with Carl Robertson for the win at light heavyweight, and I think my 8 fight parlay is coming out, man. I have a good feeling. My crystal ball is.
You
like,
understand all
shining
8
in the
fights
back.
have to come in.
That's how parlays work,
Dude,
AJ.
Listen, man, I've already hit 6 fight parlays about a month and a half ago. I'm gonna hit this 8 one.
Here we go. You got Rafael Fiziev over Dos Anjos, Caio Borayo over Petrosian, Nurmagomedov over De Andrade, Jared Vandera over Chase Sherman, Calvillo over Nunez, Zahabi over Turcios, Sanchez Casey over Antonina, and Roberson over Nizchukwu. $20 gets
Oh
you
yeah, show me the money, baby.
$1,900.21. My God.
Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a huge payout for Team AJ. It is an 8-fight parlay. I will recap for you here. Roberson, Sanchez, Zahabi, Calvillo, Vandera, Nurmagomedov, Borayo, and Fiziev. That is
a nice one, man.
Team AJ's super parlay. 8 fights, trying to compete with Team Dave. No one can compete with Team Dave, AJ. Not even you.
Gamble responsibly, guys. That's all we're saying.
Yeah,
Gamble
please.
responsibly.
And I think that
don't
the
go
3-fight,
crazy,
I think the 3-fight parlay that I gave you and the 2-fight parlay that Fred gave you is far more responsible than what AJ just gave you. But you know what?
Listen, man,
You
I'm not saying you have
never
to drop
know.
$20.
You
Listen, you
never
was kidding
know.
last week. Your 8-fight parlay came out, man, and you know
Yes,
what?
it did.
I think this is a winner, man.
I hope so. I hope it is, and I hope somebody puts $2 on it and makes some money, or however many bucks that you can bet and feel comfortable with. Please bet responsibly. Okay?
Exactly, man.
Okay? And I think we have done it. I think we have succeeded in doing a show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to Patrick C. Hamilton. You are the Super Chat leader of the night. Appreciate you, my friend, out in Saskatchewan. Hope you're doing well, enjoying the summer out there. Thank you to all the members checking in as well. Patrick, of course, Angelo, and
Tony Mac.
Tony
Happy
Mac.
birthday, man.
Tony Mac. Happy birthday, Tony
birthday,
Mac,
man.
of course. Our buddy Tony. Thank you,
Tony
Tony. Have a
Montana.
great birthday, my friend. Thank you, Patrick. You're the Super Chat leader. Thank you, everybody. And that's it. I'll be back here tomorrow night with Johnny North to talk about pro wrestling. All the pro wrestling. Raw,
Nice.
Dynamite, SmackDown, Rampage. I watched most of Dynamite this week. It was all right. I haven't seen Raw at all. I have to get through that tomorrow. That'll be rough. And then I'll watch SmackDown tomorrow night. I guess we'll talk about Liv Morgan tomorrow night. I don't know. Some people like Liv Morgan. Some people don't like Liv Morgan. I'm kind of indifferent to Liv Morgan, to be quite honest.
I don't like her, man. She got away with the Rousey win, man. Rousey should have, like, I told you, should have figured forward her, man, when she had the chance. Forget about that ankle lock that she was trying to do. No, man.
I agree. All right, guys. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. This is the Ringside Report
Shout out
Network, and I will see you again
Jake
tomorrow
Paul.
night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right here with Johnny North for Wrestling Uncensored. We'll see you again real soon.
Please join in and give your support to Ringside Report Network. We've been providing expert coverage and commentary on both pro wrestling and MMA for over 15 years. Go to ringsidereport.net/support to find out more ways to support the channel.